This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first, call your parents to say I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee with your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 an order. Additional terms apply.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. We pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Welcome to This Song Is Yours, a music podcast where we chat to a new guest each week, talk about their life and creative endeavours, and talk to them about some of the music they love. Our show works by chatting to our guests about music, but also getting them to make you a playlist of the songs they love. You can find the link to our playlist in the show notes. Welcome to episode 107. I'm your host, Simon Fink. Our guests today are Teenage Dads. The indie rock band from Melbourne have just released their brand new EP entitled Club Echo. In today's episode, we're speaking with the band about producing their own music, partying while on the road, and what Club Echo really means to them. Here we go. Our guests today are an indie rock 4-piece from the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, Australia. After signing with Chugg Music earlier this year, they've just released their brand new EP entitled Club Echo. Please welcome to This Song Is Yours, Jordy, Connor, Vinnie and Angus, aka Teenage Dads. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Simon. How are we?
Good. Very good, thank you. How are you guys?
Great.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were asking me how I was doing.
I already know that, mate.
Look, so, like, a bit of love within the band is always good. Self-care within the band is helpful.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Yeah. Wow. Congratulations. The Club Echo EP is out now. It's a very exciting time.
Oh, yeah.
Hype.
Very big.
Yeah.
What's it like having this EP finally out?
It's awesome. It's really exciting. Yeah, no, it's really exciting. It kind of feels like a bit of a relief, but it's mainly excitement.
The EP Cheerleader is the current single, and it's getting quite a bit of play on Triple J at the moment. I know that you guys shot that video in quarantine compared to, I think, the upcoming single. What was it like, the process of kind of working through the band projects separately?
Do you mean like for the music video, you mean? Or like the project as a whole in quarantine?
For both, sorry. Yeah, so firstly for the music video, and then secondly, how did you find quarantine as a band? Because I know you guys kind of work quite closely with one another.
Yeah, the music video, it was the first time we'd worked with someone who we didn't know before. All our other videos were done by ourselves or with our friends. And we worked with Gabe, who was awesome. And yeah, he kind of came up with this idea of us seizing the day to kind of correlate with the theme of the song. And because we were homebound, it kind of made sense as well to kind of just make the video all about us doing whatever we wanted in our houses. And so we had our camera and stuff, and Gabe would just direct us over FaceTime. And then we filmed it in 2 days. So we had to do 2 people day one, 2 people the next day. And we had to like Uber package the gear to each other, and then back up all the footage, and then Uber the hard drive to Gabe, and he edited it all and got it back to Chugg. So it was a really cool process. It was strange, but it was kind of fun. As a like we had done another lockdown video in last year, but it wasn't as collaborative in a sense. It was nice at least having a FaceTime thing going. So that was cool.
Yeah, the EP was tough putting together just from the going into lockdowns and stuff. You know, we'd one of the songs, Cheerleader, was written in June last year. So, you know, it's a long process getting it all re-recorded and sent off to Stephen Schramm, our mixer, and talking it through with the label and making sure that they liked it too, and making sure we liked it as well. There's definitely a large number of rewrites, and you know, trying to work through all that over Zoom phone calls, and you know, not being, as you said, we do spend a lot of time together working on the songs, so it presented a new challenge, as I'm sure it did for everyone else in the last couple of years. But we wanted to take it head on, and Connor and Angus and Vin too, we all picked up some more gear throughout the lockdown to try and make our work more productive. So we weren't just sitting there in our squander going, man, this sucks. I'm not doing anything in lockdown. And it's good to be finished. Like it was a lot of fun to put together, but yeah, it was really hard, and hopefully don't have to do it again. Lockdown recording stuff, you know, is not my cup of tea anyway. Not that I drink tea either. I'm not big on tea, but not my glass of tea. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, finally, really exciting to have a new body of music out. We haven't had anything out in about 2 years for EP wise. You know, a long time, because we were kind of hoping to do stuff last year, but then, you know, stuff happened, COVID happened, got in the way, but now we're here.
You guys are known for kind of producing all your own music. You've produced all the previous bodies of work and all the singles like that. I know it's not your glass of Coke, as you just said, but do you think that at any point you could kind of see yourselves maybe going between the two methods, or is it a thing where you've gone, no, we did it, we produced separately, but you'd like to go back to producing in the same kind of space as one another?
Yeah. Well, we've never really tried with having an external producer. It's something that we would consider and like to give a go in the future. So we can't really commit to which style we'd like yet, just because we've been doing it ourselves previously. But yeah, it's fun doing it yourself. It is really cool. It's really hands on, being able to have everyone be involved.
It's also a lot cheaper.
I think as well, yeah. It kind of, I think the way we wrote and produced this EP as well was kind of inevitable in terms of doing it more via correspondence, if you like. It's kind of always going to happen because, you know, life gets busier and busier. So I don't think it's a matter of we're going to do it like this forever now, or we're never going to do it like this again. I think it was just kind of, all right, it's happening now, may as well get used to it and figure it out from there. Because I think there was at least one period maybe in between the lockdowns where we were able to catch up and obviously record it. So there was times where we were still mixing of doing it all online versus in the shed together. So yeah, it'll be good. And I think for future works and stuff, we've got a whole bunch of songs that were written in the same period, like in lockdown and stuff. But now that we're out of lockdown, we'll probably go back to how we would do it before and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of just more of a taking fuck you know, just getting used to it, diving in the deep end and being okay, we got to do it like this now. So crappy answer, but
100%. I imagine that no it made sense. I imagine that getting exposure to all different kinds of aspects of it are helpful, just to learn what you like and what you don't like and kind of what works for the band.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. The EP the EP is called Club Echo, and I'm kind of curious where the title for the EP came from.
Yes. So the title is based around the themes and ideas of the EP. So when we finished the 5 songs, I was looking at it and realized it kind of represented how our band has progressed over the last 5 years, and not just as the group, but as our individual selves as well, growing up and been put through all these new experiences and all those things. And I was interested by the idea of the way we observe memories. It's not a participant in any sense. We're kind of an observer behind a window, kind of like Vinnie and Connor behind the window. It's just there. And yeah, Vin had sent this really cool picture of I can't remember the artist's name. I was a photographer. This picture of this big green wall, and there's a window looking through this party, and I thought that was a cool idea. It's kind of like you're looking. So when you're looking at those memories, like it's a party or a club that you weren't invited to, sort of thing. So that's where the club came from, and then Echo is just, as synonymous with your memories and past moments. So we just thought it kind of worked, and it sounds sick. I don't know. I reckon I'd love to go to Club Echo, right? Listen to some cool bangers.
It looks cool too. Like 4 letters each word. Yeah, the photographer for that picture that inspired it was, I think her name's Alex Prager. Is that right, Tim? Yeah. So we looked at a whole bunch of her stuff as kind of an inspo for that. It's really cool work. If anyone wants to have a squiz, yeah.
And we're really big on clubbing.
We'll definitely make sure. You're really good at clubbing.
Yes, we're really good at it.
We're really good at it. We love doing it so much.
Can you give me the top teenage dad's clubbing experience?
We were at a club in Gold Coast, and we were sitting in a circle, and we were doing a very similar dance to what we were doing in our Sunburnt music video, this finger pointing thing, and we were tapping our foot as well. And we noticed that more and more people had started to do it. And I think there was a group of, 20 people had just formed this circle around us, and we're all doing this dance. It was the dumbest thing. I don't know why everyone was so hypnotized by it, but it's great. And I mean, not that we've been out to a club in a long time, but I think we try to do that every time we go out. It's really funny.
That was such a funny trip as well. We were actually on tour on the way through, and it just so happened to be like schoolies week as well. So we're mainly just taking the piss a little bit because we were a year older or 2 years older than everyone. And we just thought that schoolies was a bit cringe. So we were just kind of, doing daggy dancing in the clubs and that, because everyone was obviously there trying to pick up and stuff, and we were just there having a laugh. And some people really didn't like that. Clubbing, yeah.
What do they? What do they call them? Were you guys toolies?
Pardon? Technically, no. But we were actually on tour, so we were tourists.
Jesus,
we were not there for that reason.
I think touries works. I think that's applicable.
We'll call it touries. Yeah,
touries. I think if you can kind of find yourself anywhere on tour and you kind of crash any event, touries is a good applicable, kind of gets out of jail free card.
Touries.
Yeah. How excited are you guys to kind of get back to touring, to get back on the road?
Very.
10.
10 out of 10.
This much. Yeah.
Just a little?
Nah, really excited. You go, Angus?
I was going to say, yeah, it's been just in being in Melbourne, it's like not only it's the going out and doing shows and having that aspect of it, it also kind of feels like the getting to leave and go explore places again. Part of it that's also really appealing now. But yeah, no, it's been a very long time coming. We've only done 4 shows or something this year, 5 shows. So it's been it'll be really cool to just get back out on the road. And
This summer, Instacart presents famous summer flavors coming to your front door. Or pool. Or hotel.
Your grocery delivery has arrived, sir.
That was faster than room service.
No violins in the lobby.
Oh, seriously? Anyway, sit back, relax, and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Starring your favorite snacks, drinks, and more. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Rated H for hungry audiences. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
It took a lifetime to find the person you want to marry. Finding the perfect engagement ring is a lot easier. At BlueNile.com, you can find or design the ring you've always dreamed of with help from Blue Nile's jewelry experts who are on hand 24/7 to answer questions. And the ease and convenience of shopping online. For a limited time, get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com. That's $50 off with code LISTEN at BlueNile.com.
See how it goes?
Yeah, we got 2 shows this year left. One in a few weeks and then one in December. So we're pretty excited. We're going to start actually rehearsing again because that's something you do before you play a show. And then play the shows.
That seems like very logical steps, which I'm glad you guys are practicing and taking into account. The Club Echo tour, is that the 2 dates that you're referring to?
It's kind of like so it was meant to be the cheerleader tour because when it was announced the first time, like 4 reschedules ago, that was when cheerleader was coming out. But now it's just been put, like all the interstate stuff's just been pushed to January and Feb. And I think we're still just going to run with it as the cheerleader tour, but essentially we'll just be promoting the EP as well. So yeah, it's kind of just everything put into one. Cheerleader's on the EP, so it still makes sense, you know.
How have you guys found having to kind of cope with the pandemic? Because I know you're not alone in terms of having to release something and have it pushed back and change things. But in terms of being like an indie band and having to kind of sit on these songs for so long, and I guess having to, plan tours only to be disappointed, have you guys kind of found coping with that? And is there any, maybe not residual, maybe not anger, that's not the right way, but like, is there now an element of like not getting your hopes up too much in case it doesn't happen again?
Yeah, well, when we first went into lockdown, it was quite frustrating being halfway through one of, our most extensive tours yet, and it was like a co-headline thing, and of course you're going to be a bit frustrated about it. But I think I'm really proud of all the other guys in the band and myself for still persevering throughout the lockdown, and we still did release music and we did what we could with live stream performances and trying to stay active on the socials and that. I think that coming out of lockdown, it's served us pretty well, rather than just kind of sticking our head in the sand and waiting for, we'll just wait till it comes good and then jump out. I think, I think the guys have put in a really awesome effort trying to just keep things going, just rolling with the punches, basically.
And everyone, mainly the other 3, but everyone's just been playing video games to cope with it. I think that's been a big coping mechanism. And then Angus, after all the demands from our friends of me getting an Xbox, Angus gave me his old one, and I think I've played it once.
Yeah.
So, but apart from that, video games, found to be pretty good.
I think that they're a very good way to cope with it. Were you just not a fan of the Xbox, or you're more like a PlayStation guy, or what is it?
No, I'm just not really into. I was when I was like way younger and stuff. But I kind of, for a big part of the lockdown, skate parks were kind of still open, so I was lucky in that sense. I could just go there when it wasn't raining. But yeah, or I was watching movies or something instead, but not Lord of the Rings, because apparently I'm a horrible person because I haven't seen that. Anyway, anyone else?
I feel like we're seeing behind the curtain slightly of teenage dads.
Well, basically, Vince is lying. He said he used to play games when he was growing up. Vince was that kid that was always really productive and he'd always be out exercising and doing all this stuff. We were at home playing video games, and he's just lying about it, trying to include himself in that club.
Yep.
Where are you, Vince?
I'm hoping that the band's still together by the time this goes to air.
No, I played Nightfire on PlayStation 2, James Bond. I think it was called Nightfire. FIFA, Halo.
Angus is on mute. Trying to talk.
Anyway, that's enough about video games.
We'll let you guys, I guess, sort that out or dispel what had happened between the four of you. One thing you did get to do this year, though, which was not skate, play video games, was you signed to Chugg Music, which is extremely exciting because I don't feel like many people were signing record deals in lockdown. How did that kind of come about?
Yeah, the Chugg stuff was kind of another really long process. It all started when we came into contact with Lime Cordiale in the middle of 2019. They'd found our music or something and said they liked it, and we kind of stayed in touch and went to a show of theirs and got to meet them and everything, and then they eventually invited us to play on their Robbery tour, which was like the biggest thing ever for us. And on that tour, we were just, always trying to just kind of take every opportunity. And we were chatting to Ollie from Lime a bit about management stuff, and because he does a bit still for them, or a lot for them. And he's like, yeah, man, just hit up Andrew, our manager. He'd be happy to talk to you. So, yeah, when we got home, I did that. And it worked out that when we were coming to Sydney for the Lime show, Andrew was there, obviously, in Sydney, and invited us to the office, and we just got to meet him and a few of the other team members. And, yeah, it was just kind of this introductory thing. And then all throughout 2020, we were sending Andrew and Chugg our demos of songs, and just kind of like this whole time wondering if what was going to happen. And then there was a few times like throughout the year we're like, all right, this is it. We're going to find out something. And then it was still just like, nah, not quite yet. And then eventually in like September, so like almost a whole year, that was when we had a big Zoom with the whole team, and they offered us the deal and all that. And yeah, then again, another like 4 months or so of all the contract stuff before we officially signed in Feb. So yeah, it was like this really long process, but it was really good, I think, to see, because it showed that they were willing to help us out anywhere they could, even before being obligated to and stuff like that. And it really showed that they were interested in us. And Mark, our day-to-day manager, he came to like our Sydney show and stuff, and we hung out a bit. And yeah, just same with the Lime guys. I've always stayed in touch with them and always been super helpful. So yeah, really felt this connection with them, which was really helpful. It wasn't just like you get a record label email out of the blue and then you sign sort of thing and feel disconnected from it. So yeah, it was like, we're happy, I should say, that the process was like that, because kind of felt a part of the team before being a part of the team. You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's very cool. I feel that I feel like a lot of Australian labels, like Chugg, maybe Due Process as well, like some of those well, like not the big major labels, they are quite well known for being more hands-on and being more relatable and actually just being part of the team instead of, as you said, just getting random emails here and there from labels. Have you found that much has changed in how like the machine of Teenage Dads kind of works, if that makes sense? Like, are they... Yeah, has the process of how the band works changed?
I don't think so. It's just been, well, we kind of, I suppose our team just before Chugg was just with our booking agent Vienna, which we still are with. So the only difference there was like not going through Vienna anymore. It was going through Chugg and then to Vienna. But everything else I would say is the same. It's just tenfold.
Yeah, the main thing is that the label kind of wants from us is just to keep writing songs and keeping our engine room going with new music churning out, and that way we don't have to worry as much about like a lot of the finer detail stuff, even though we're still quite involved in there because we like to kind of, you know, give our 2 cents and things like that. It's not like we've just handed over the car keys to someone else. It's like our team just kind of, you know, got bigger by like time and a half. Just, you know, so now there's just kind of more Teenage Dads, I guess.
there's more people like relying on us, I guess. So it's kind of, have to, it's a bit of a boot up the arse as well. You got to be like, okay, this is someone's job to look after us, so we got to do stuff.
Got to do our job in the team. So,
which is good. Keeps you like, keeps you motivated and always working on the band, and that's kind of what you got to do, I think.
Chugg, don't let us play video games.
Yeah, I said not to in the contract.
That's fair. Gentlemen, we would usually ask our guests what they're currently listening to. Is there any album or any record at the moment that you're thoroughly enjoying?
The new Remy Wolf album is sick. I recently discovered her because she just kept coming up on basically every story I went on Instagram. She would be recommended, and her new album's really sick. But yeah, I don't know what else I want to. I don't know what I have. I don't know what anyone else is listening to.
Yeah, I don't know. I found this song called, it's called Chinese Medicine that I thought was really awesome. The guy's name is it's King Nun or King Nun. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yeah, Chinese Medicine, great track. Not an album, but just the one song. I think it's really sick.
I found I've been coming back to Remain in Light, the album by Talking Heads, heaps. I kind of got into it a bit when I was doing heaps of delivery driving and stuff last year. I'd probably play it once every couple of shifts. But, I find I just keep coming back. Like, the production's real kind of cool, just how much, like, hearing how much, like, compression's on everything and everything's really, like, pops out. And I feel like every time I hear it, I hear another thing. It's like, oh, I didn't notice that before. That's really cool that that's kind of in the background and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
I'm excited for an artist, Holly Humberstone from UK. She's meant to drop her EP today, but she moved it. It's like, that's kind of good. Less competition. Not that we're in the league of her anyway. Dope solo music. Keen for that.
Very solid choices, very different choices as well, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
Look, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations again on Teenage Dads being signed to Chugg this year and to the Club Echo EP. We look forward to seeing you when you are out on the road later this year and next year.
You too, Simon.
Thank you, Simon.
Thanks.
We'll get in touch when we get to Adelaide.
And that's our show. A massive thank you to Teenage Dads for their time. Club Echo is out now, and we've left links in the show notes if you'd like to buy the EP or tickets to their tour. We also want to give a huge shout out to Katie at Positive Feedback for helping out with today's interview. You can find a link to our Spotify playlist in the show notes, where you'll be able to listen to all of our guests' picks. If you like this show, please subscribe wherever you get your pods and stay up to date when new episodes are released. We release new shows each Thursday and Friday morning, with guest playlists streaming on Spotify at the same time. You can follow the playlist profile on Spotify, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Until next week, cheers.